that we're going to just like have everyone in a little circle here. It's such a nice little thing. Goldman's, look, right in front of the challah. Still no raisins and still no soda after all these years.
No honey.
No Diet Coke.
No Diet Coke.
You know, Philly's like the Hahnemann's rule in Philly. They're the Pepsi family, so you know. Is Carl going to come? He left all of his stuff here. I'm hoping he's going to come play now that he's got his stuff set up. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's exactly 6 o'clock. Can you believe it? If you are tuning in on the Zoom, we are starting on time. We want to thank those of you who are here. We want to thank our members of our Neshama band who are here. As we come to, this is the Shabbat that in the secular world closes the summer season for a lot of people. It's Labor Day Shabbat, and we are glad that you are here with us as we use the beauty of music and of these wonderful musicians and our Cantor to feel the peace that comes with concluding our week with Kabbalat Shabbat. So I'm going to invite you just to see if there's something once we get to the break between Kabbalat Shabbat and Mariv that you want to share. A blessing from your week, a blessing from your summer. So you have some time to think about that as you sing along with our Cantor. And we're going to begin on page 13 of your prayer book with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Moachem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Etzenetem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Turn ahead with us to page 16 as we sing Yismechu Hashamayim, the heavens rejoice. All of creation rejoices in the gift of Shabbat. That is open for you. Welcome, page 16.
Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Etagel Haaretz, Yismechu Hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismechu Hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismechu Hashamayim, Etagel Haaretz, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Umelo, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Umelo. Yiram hayam, yiram hayam umelo. Yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, betagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, betagel haaretz.
We'll turn ahead now to page 19 of your prayer book. We'll join together 3 lines from the bottom of the page. Romemu, we will exalt you, our God. Page 19.
And that Yismachu was a neo-Baroque style Hasidic melody, and this is going to be a reggae style, not Hasidic melody.
California melody.
Yeah.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו.
We're going to continue now with Mizmor LeDavid on page 20. For those who have the custom of standing, please feel free to do so. For those of you who have the custom of sitting, please feel free to do so. As we turn to page 20, Mizmor LeDavid.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בני לי, הבו לאדוני, בעבוד ועוז, איי איי איי, הבו לאדוני, כבוד שמו, ישתחוו לאדוני, Adonai melech leolam. Ay, 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 Adonai, Yos le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo, Vashalom, yivarech et amo vashalom.
Join with us now as we turn to page 21 and continue with Lachadoti as we do the first and second and last verses on the page. And then invite you to rise if you're able as we greet the Shekhinah for the final verse on page 22.
לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך אדוני לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך אדוני לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, hishmiyanu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem tiferet v'lethilah. Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat yilah. Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitorari, hitorari, ki ba'orech u'miori, ori, ori, shir daveri, kivod Adonai alai. Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ha'ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chalam, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated. We're going to turn now to page 23 in your prayer book as we now continue with the Psalm for Shabbat, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat. It is good to give thanks and to give song on this day of the Sabbath. Page 23.
השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, במותיך בלילות, צדיק כתמר יפרח, כארז בלבנון ישגה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינון בשיבה, דשנים מרעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עוולת
I want to invite those of you who are in the process of mourning or observing a yard site, either who are here in this room or watching on our Zoom, to please rise and to join with me as we conclude Kabbalat Shabbat with Kaddish Hatom on page 24. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. V'yalmad yivrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon u'v'yom echon. V'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Bagala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal. Shemei dekudesha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. So I know that we could all hear each other in this very intimate space without a mic, but I know that those who are on the Zoom can't hear unless someone is speaking into a mic. So I wanted to invite people just to introduce themselves, and if they had a blessing from this week or from the summer that they wanted to share. We'll pass this to Lisa first.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and my blessing today just happened a few minutes ago. Our daughter got on the wrong train, and Tessa's brother, Uncle Rich, went to pick her up, so the little blessings.
Uncle Rich, little blessing.
Hi, I'm Tess, and I think my blessing was from today. I shredded stuff from work from 2002, so that was really fabulous to get rid of that stuff.
I'm Steve, and I'm blessed because my son is home from his travels far and wide.
Welcome back.
I'm Coral. I'm blessed this week because everybody for once in my family is actually either healthy or on the mend. For once.
That is a blessing. Cantor, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Jacob, and
Oh, right, you have a.
oh yeah.
You have your own mic.
My blessing for this week was that I released my first 2 singles on Spotify, and you will receive an email about it soon. And it's cantorial music and also some Italian music. So
Mazel tov.
it's exciting, yeah.
Mazel tov. All right, I'm going to pass. We're not going to. This is not going to go all the way around. I don't know, Cantor, if you have a longer cord, but.
I'm Debbie, and I guess my blessing is we had a wonderful vacation last week. We came home back safe and healthy, so we're grateful for that.
I'm John, and I guess my blessing is that in my retirement, I started a new job this week working with
high school students who have autism, and it's very fulfilling.
I'm Jerry, and I'm just glad to be here tonight to sing a few notes.
I'm Elaine, and it was a sweet week for our family.
I'm Michael, and I'm blessed that my nephew was born last month.
Mazel tov. All right, this one's got a longer chord, so we're going to use this one instead for a moment.
I'm Susan, and my blessing was very small. My neighbor gave me a plant that turned out to be a morning glory. So every morning I have these beautiful purple flowers that blossom. And if that wasn't enough, the other day I looked out and there was a hummingbird hovering around the morning glories. And I've never seen a hummingbird at all in Elkins Park, and I've been here for quite a while. So that was a little blessing, but a great big blessing. So.
I'm Marlene, and plants just look at me and die. Other than that, it's been a good week.
Marlene, I want to just comment on Marlene's, because Deborah and I, when we were first married, in our first 2 years, we must have had at least 12 plants that all of them died. And we said to ourselves, we better not, we should be careful about having children, because we can't seem to keep living things alive, but thank God, our children.
I'm Mindy, and my blessing for this week is that I'll have all of my family, both of my kids, home to celebrate my dad's 88th birthday this weekend.
I'm Felice, and I've had an incredibly challenging summer, so I'm just thrilled to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm Ira. The blessing this week was actually connecting with, I guess, third cousins on the family tree. So for a huge family tree that contains more than like 100 names. And
wow.
So I was blessed by that.
We're going back to even, switching yet again.
Myron Goldman. I guess one of the blessings would be this week we had an opportunity to spend time with my son, his family on their new boat with the 4 grandkids.
Hi, I'm Louise, and I also spent that time, and it was a great blessing.
And I'm David, Glanzberg-Krainin, and I would say that on one of the blessings of my week was among our dearest friends have a son who just got engaged, and there was a very lovely party for these 2 young people who are getting ready to start their lives together. And it's a beautiful thing to watch these kids that you've known since they were infants start these next adult chapters of their lives, and to celebrate that. So that felt like a great blessing to me. So let me just share a 30-second piece of Torah with you. And it's a beautiful Hasidic teaching that I think speaks to this time of year. And I want you to pay attention to the first letter in the Hebrew of 5 phrases that I'm going to share with you. Because according to the Hasidic rabbis, these are, or a Hasidic rabbi, these are the 5 most important phrases in the Torah. And the first one comes from this week's Torah portion, Parshat Shoftim, in which it says, Tamim tihiyu, be wholehearted with God. That's one of 5. Here's the second one, and remember, pay attention to the first letter. Shiviti Adonai, from the book of Psalms, Psalm 16, always place God before you. Here's the third one, from the book of Leviticus, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You will love your neighbor as yourself. Fourth, B'chol derachecha da'ehu, from the book of Proverbs. Wherever you go, you should know God. And the last, from the book of Micah, from Micha, Hatsnei alechet im Elohecha, walk humbly with your God. So be wholehearted, place God before you, love your neighbor as yourself. Wherever you go, see God's presence in the world, and walk humbly with your God. Anyone figure out what those 5 letters stand for? Michael? Teshuvah. Yes. Yes. So in this the path to tshuva, the path to turning, the path to being ready to stand before God as we begin a new year. Embody those 5 mitzvot, being wholehearted, seeing God in placing God before you, loving your neighbor, recognizing God's presence in this world, and walking humbly along with your God. May we all have the opportunity to focus on some of those important lessons as we begin the process of our own turning and returning at this time of year. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We invite you, if you are able to rise, to do so as we now prepare for the evening service. Mari begins with Baruch Hu on page 28.
Baruch Hu et Adonai
Baruch Adonai Mavarach le'olam vaher.
Baruch Adonai Mavarach le'olam vaher.
Please be seated as we continue page 28.
Baruch Adonai Mavarach Umavir yom v'layla Umavdil ben yom ve'in layla Adonai tzvot shemo Elachai v'kayam Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai
Baruch Shema.
Amadu v'aravi.
Amen. Join with us as we continue on page 29, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael. דברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ויורג ימינו ובהם נגד יומם בלילה ואהבתך לתסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivot Malchut V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה אם שמעו תשמעו מצוותי אשר נקים מצוותכם ישמרו לכם בנפתי לבבכם וסרתם. על האדמה אשר נשבע אדוני לאבותיכם לתת להם, כי מי השמיים על הארץ. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריכם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We continue now with our own prayers from page 32, Emet ve'emunah. Emet v'nokol zot v'kayam aleinu.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ובני ישראל קנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ויאמרו כולם. La 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 מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורת תהילות אוסף אלה, תורת תהילות אוסף אלה. מלאכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה, וזה אלינו ויאמרו, זה אלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. לה 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 ונאמר גלגלו מחזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל.
Amen. We invite you to turn ahead with us to page 33 as we continue with Hashkivenu.
And this is going to be another new Baroque version of Taubman.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מהרה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס נשכשם לך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכה שמלין בכל מו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Amen. This time we invite you to rise as we prepare for the Amidah and our own quiet and private reflections. We begin with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 34. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Vishamru. You can be seated for another moment or two. We're going to continue with Vishamru on page 34, and then we'll have some time for quiet.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ביעלמה דברה קירותי ומלך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם מעמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן הכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ביעלמה ויאמרו אמן.
Those of you who are still praying, please continue. Those of you who have concluded, join with Chazan and Oseh Shalom.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו
important question. The Chazan is about to do Kiddush over grape juice, but I have some bourbon here. So would anyone like a little bit of bourbon to do Kiddush over besides, I know Lisa's already on my list. All right, Felice and Tom, anyone else? All right, I only see 3. All right, hold on. I'm almost. He's close. Is anyone else before? All right. Okay. Not Manischewitz bourbon. Okay. We'll rise for our Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam meborei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodesho b'ahava u'v'ratzon hinkilanu zikaro lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila l'mikra'e kodesh zecher l'siyat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava u'beratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim, Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam shakol niyeh bidvaro.
Amen.
Well, that's sweet. That is really sweet. I wonder what the proof is on this. It doesn't say what proof it is. Wait a minute. Doesn't it have to? Wait a minute. I'm not wearing my glasses. All right. Well, do you see it?
I think it doesn't say.
Oh, here it is.
70.
Okay, 70 proof. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to remain standing as we continue with Aleinu on page 51.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון ולא שמנו למשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שעון בשמיים וססרים ואין עוד מלכנו וזאת כתוב על כן כלכנו לראות מהר תפארת ככתוב בתורתך אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
those of you who are in the process of mourning or observing a yard site, we want to invite you to remain standing. For those who are saying Kaddish, if you'd like to tell us the name of the person for whom you are saying Kaddish, we'd love to hear. Okay. Mm. Yes, God who brings peace and comfort on high, to bring peace and comfort to those of you who are remembering your loved ones, and we invite those saying Kaddish to join with me now, page 52 of your prayer book. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Yalmad Yivrach Yeruteh v'yamlich Malchuteh v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agala uvizman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'kudusha b'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata tamiran b'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Just a couple of quick announcements. First and foremost, our thanks to the members of the Neshama band, many of whom have been making all different kinds of music throughout the summer and playing in many different kinds of musical genres. We thank you tonight for reverting back to your Neshama selves with a little bit of Baroque and reggae influence that we've heard. So thanks to Lisa and Tess and Steve and Carl and Chazan for putting this all together. We want to just again, for those of you who shared your blessings, hope that you will have many, many more blessings that will be upon you in this new year. And it sounds like Ben's been traveling, so welcome back to Ben, and nice to have him here with his family for a simcha upcoming. Couple of things for the community to be aware of. We will not be having in-person minyan on Labor Day Monday, but we'll be having it Zoom only. Just want to remind you that'll be at 9 a.m., I believe. And we want to just let you know that Men's Club opening dinner is this Thursday night. Hopefully many of you can join that. And then later on, the Cantor will be doing his choir, and obviously classes, the Cantor and I both have classes that we'll be teaching this week. I teach on Tuesday, the Cantor teach on Wednesday. And we want to let you know that we have a wonderful slichot program planned, which we will be doing the introductory part, which is going to be a way of using Jewish text to think about where we have been and where we are headed. And we're going to actually have Amy Brustein, who will be leading people to create some art around that process. It's not meant for artists. It's meant for people who are not artists, to kind of open that part of our brains. And some of us may use words to be our art, or but we'll have materials here for people to create art together, and that will be followed by the Chazan leading us in a Beth Sholom only contemplative slichot service that will follow that Saturday night on the 17th of September. So a joint program with our friends at Kol Ami, followed by a service with our Beth Sholom folks on Saturday the 17th. We hope that a lot of you will join us. And next Friday night, get ready for another musical genre. Jazz Shabbat will be...
Oh, next week is acoustic.
Oh, it's on my...
Yeah.
Okay, it changes freely. It says here Jazz Shabbat. I'm not making it up. I just wanted to know.
It was changed.
It was just changed. Okay. And so I think without further ado, join with us, page 54, Adon Olam.
Yeah, and jazz will be the following week. No,
All right.
By popular demand, we're going to be doing the, what is it, wild-eyed? Eagle-eyed cherry.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's right. Adon Olam.
Yeah.
Eagle Eye Cherry did this melody to a different song that was put to Adon Olam. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
אדון עולם, אשר מלך בטרם כל, יציר נברא להינשא, וחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא, ויחרי ככלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא, והוא היה, והוא עובר, והוא יהיה בדבריו, אדון עולם, אשר מלך בטרם כל, יציר נברא להתנשא, וחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשילו, להגבירה, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמצרה, אדון עולם, אשר מלך בטרם כל, יציר נברא להתנשא, וחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אלי בחי גוליס, בצור חבלי ביצרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנקוסי ביום אקרא אדון עולם, אשר מלך בטרם כל, יציר נברא להתנשא, וחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, בידו אף פקיד רוחי, ביד אישן ויעירה, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא, אדון עולם, אשר מלך בטרם כל, יציר נברא להתנשא, וחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, אדון עולם.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It's a new version of our eagle-eyed cherry.
Is it?
The way we used to be is that Adon Olam, Asher Malach B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra Leitnasa, B'Chefso Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'Ein Sheni, L'Ham Shilo. Yeah, it was a little different, but it was a lovely melody this way.